Ann. Ann's gonna be my guinea pig. And what did you write for your summary?
Alice sees a white rabbit while she's hanging out with her sister. She chases and falls into a big hole, a long hole. When she falls, she lands and finds a teeny tiny door. She fits through the door by drinking an odd drink.
Okay. So what do you guys think of Ann's summary? Excellent, great. Need some work. Not so great. What do you think? Ann, why are you saying not so great? Ann, why are automatically you saying not so great?
Oh, because I'm not good at reading.
I disagree with that statement too. Ann, how did you come up with what to write? How did you come up with the idea of how to summarize?
I used my brain.
Okay. Give me more thought in that.
I just remembered what I read in the book. That's what I did.
Allie, how did you come up with how to summarize? Tell us about that. Ann, did you see what you did? Go ahead.
I suddenly wanted that so bad.
So what you come up with?
Alice was very bored in her own world, and she wanted to do something else. But then she sees a walking, talking rabbit and follows it down a magic rabbit hole and gets stuck in a room, and she couldn't get out. And that's all I got.
Okay. So is that, we just summarized the whole story, right?
Yeah.
No, what do you mean? So what?
Like 50 chapters.
There's still 50 chapters. So did we do a summary then?
Up to 2 chapters.
What do you think, am I?
We did do a summary, but not of the whole book, just a fraction.
So when I'm reading, should I be summarizing as I'm reading? I love how you're all shaking your head yes because Mr. Fultz is asking that question. Why?
Because, like, you should try to understand what you're reading if you're going to read it. Because you need to understand if you're going to continue to read it. And if you don't understand it, there's a high chance that you won't like the book if you don't understand.
I'm glad you said that about you focus really on understanding because Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, there's going to be parts where you don't understand. So what can you do to help you understand? What things can you do? Amaya.
You can take notes and like, put them in your book, but you shouldn't because it. But like you can take notes in like your reading journals or on sticky notes if you still have them, or at home. Like if you remember stuff from the book and you want to take notes at home and like do stuff at home, then you can do that too.
What's the purpose of taking the notes?
So when because you remember stuff, you remember stuff more if you write it down or if you more than like when you read it.
Okay.
So when you write it down, you analyze those words.
Analyze those words. What does that mean? Tell me more.
It means like you know what you're writing down. Like you know the words if you analyze them. You know what like they mean and what you're talking about or writing about.
Anything else you should do besides take notes?
Reread?
Yeah.
Why reread?
Well, if you don't understand it the first time, it might help to reread it.
So this is going to sound hilarious and funny, but you both just talked about how when we're doing the Fab Four, there's a wonderful poster over here called the Fab Four. When you reread and when you take notes like those, you are clarifying. See, you kind of get on summarizing too. We're only working on clarifying. I didn't understand it, so I'm going to reread it again. I'm going to write down my thoughts. Those are the things that you're doing. When you are reading, you're always doing the Fab Four. You're always doing these 4 things. You are predicting, finding out what you think is going to happen next, or why a character is acting a certain way. You're asking questions. Let's stop about that for 1 minute. And why is it important to ask questions while you're reading?
So then you can try to figure them out later on in the story, I guess?
What do you think, girls? Why is it important to ask questions? Violet?
Because if you ask questions and if you think about it a lot, if somebody else doesn't give you the answer, you might be able to give yourself the answer and then figure out the things that you don't understand out.
Yeah, the whole point of reading group is for you to help figure out ways that are going to learn best for you. Someday, I know this is going to sound crazy because you had me for 2 years, but you're going to have another teacher that's not Mr. Fultz.
Okay.
And they're not going to hold your hand and be like, okay, this is what we're doing, this is what I expect from you, and I'm going to read it with you. It's not going to happen. Someday, you're going to have to think for yourself. Mind blown. And guess what? When you're reading something, sometimes you got to ask yourself, should I trust this character? Should I believe this source? You got to use those critical thinking skills while you're reading and say, do I understand what this is saying? Is this important to me? What was the author really trying to get at here? All of those kinds of questions you're going to be using. And questioning is an essential part of reading. It's so important. So we're going to predict, we're going to ask questions, we're going to clarify by taking notes and summarizing. I'm taking notes and rereading, and then we're going to summarize too, which is the first step we did today. So actually this group, I chose this group to really experiment with. This is my highest group of girls, and I really wanted to go into classic literature a little bit with them, and something they're unfamiliar with, something they thought they knew that they didn't know. And this was perfect for reciprocal teaching because they had all these preconceived notions about what was going to be in the book, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, comparing to the Disney movie. And it's turned out so far that they've been like really shocked about what has happened. One of my big focuses has been the vocabulary piece and really getting the idea that you don't always necessarily know what every word means, and that's okay, and finding those words that you don't know that you need to clarify actually makes it a richer experience for you when you're reading and rereading. Actually, my girls have mentioned multiple times, I don't think they said in the video though, that they've gone back to reread after they understood those vocabulary concepts they didn't get before. This has given the girls a lot more ownership to what they've been learning about. So they've really enjoyed it more as well, I think, and they're getting more out of the book. In the video, one of the big things that, it was still a lot of teacher-led as we're going through the hero's journey. Since this is one of my higher groups, we're really looking at the hero's journey. Does Alice fit the test of what a hero is? Why or why not? And we're going to use the hero's journey throughout the rest of the year with that group, since they are a little bit higher and they're working on those higher order thinking skills. And we're going to put multiple characters, classic literature characters, through that test of the hero, or the hero. So, think about it. The feeling that someone is unworthy. So, who's unworthy in this situation? Is it Caterpillar or is it Alice?
Alice.
Why? You guys all knew that right away.
Because she doesn't even know who she is.
Because she doesn't know who she is, right? That's the whole thing. She doesn't know who she is. So on our hero's journey, we've got words. Last time we said 3 words for initiation. So a new existing character becomes known to the hero as an expert of the task given in the call to adventure. So who's the expert in this chapter?
Caterpillar.
How do we know that?
Because he's the one questioning.
He's the one questioning. He's getting her to think. So the hero and mentor, possibly others, cross the line between the normal realm and where they're castaways. Have they crossed into the normal? Have they crossed out of the normal realm already? Has that happened?
They crossed out of a pretty normal word and went to blue caterpillars that smoke. I'm pretty sure they went out of the normal realm.
So the characters often encounter challenges such as a puzzle they must solve, people they must help, or even someone they must fight.
I have another word that
Okay, we'll come back to your word, I promise. But I want to get on the hero's journey right here. So, has she encountered her challenge yet? What challenge? House? Tell me more.
Trying to get to her people.
She's trying to get home to her people, the house, but go specifically in the house.
So she decided she's getting the little cake thingies to make her grow in the house, and then she grew, and now she was stuck in the house, and then she had to get out, and that's called a problem.
I sort of know how she's gonna grow.
You do? How?
By eating part of the mushroom, because one side will make her grow bigger and one will make her grow smaller.
That's the advice from the caterpillar, correct? So we have advice from an expert, right? That's how the caterpillar gets into this. So that's the first chapter on the advice from the caterpillar. There's a lot of imagery though, and a lot of things I really want to go into. So for instance, the caterpillar asks multiple times, "Who are you?" And what's Alice's response every time?
She doesn't know.
She doesn't know. She's having an existential crisis here. She has no idea who she is.
Who am I?
Who am I?
That's what I think after my brother's promise.
So, okay. What does Alice tell the caterpillar, though, specifically about who he is? Because she gets him to question who he is, too.
Don't look at me.
Where's the answer to this question? Where can I find the clarifications to most of my answers?
In this big book of
In the